Welcome back to Rare Coin Numix. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started with today's video. In the early 1990s, Mexico was a country undergoing significant transformation. It was a time of economic change, cultural shifts, and deepening international ties. In the heart of this transformation, one small but mighty coin was minted, the 1992 Mexico Nuevos 5 peso. What seemed like just another ordinary piece of currency would go on to become a coveted treasure for collectors, with a value today that might surprise even the most seasoned numismatists. But how did this seemingly unassuming coin come to be worth such a staggering amount? To understand this, we must first travel back to the early 1990s and explore the context that gave birth to this unique coin. The 1992 coin was introduced during a period when Mexico was transitioning from the old peso to the Nuevo peso, new peso. This was part of a wider economic reform effort that sought to stabilize the Mexican economy and curb the rampant inflation that had plagued the country for much of the 1980s. The shift was monumental, and the new currency system aimed to restore confidence in the national economy. With the old peso devaluing at alarming rates, the government decided to cut off 3 zeros from the value of the peso, introducing the Nuevos pesos, the term meaning new pesos. However, this wasn't just a simple redesign of the banknotes and coins. It was part of a larger push to modernize and internationalize Mexico's economy. The changes also reflected Mexico's growing relationship with the United States and other international markets, especially in light of the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, which was signed in 1992 and came into effect in 1994. These changes marked a new chapter in Mexico's history, and they were symbolized by the introduction of the new coins. The coin we're talking about, the 1992 Nuevos 5 peso, was part of this new wave of currency. To fully understand the significance of the 1992 coin, it's essential to know that it was designed not just as a tool of commerce, but also as a reflection of Mexico's rich cultural heritage. The Mexican Mint, known as La Casa de Moneda de Mexico, had a long history of producing coins with deep symbolic meaning, and the 1992 5 peso was no exception. One of the most striking elements of this coin is its design. The obverse, or front, features the national coat of arms of Mexico, which showcases an eagle perched on a cactus with a snake in its beak. This emblem is a direct reference to the founding of Tenochtitlan, the ancient Aztec capital, and it's a symbol of Mexico's proud indigenous heritage. The reverse side of the coin is where things get particularly interesting. It features the Aztec calendar stone, one of Mexico's most iconic symbols. The calendar stone represents the Aztec understanding of time, cosmology, and the universe itself. By featuring this ancient artifact, the coin not only connected the modern nation of Mexico to its ancient roots, but also paid homage to the ingenuity and accomplishments of the Aztec civilization. These design choices were deliberate. The government of Mexico wanted the new currency to serve as a bridge between Mexico's past and its future. The incorporation of such a significant historical symbol as the Aztec calendar stone was a nod to Mexico's indigenous roots, while the modern shape and weight of the coin were aimed at signaling the country's commitment to progress and modernization. The 1992 5 peso was not just a coin. It was a symbol of hope, change, and national pride. At the time of its release, the 1992 5 peso wasn't especially rare. It was produced in significant quantities, with millions of these coins circulating throughout Mexico. The initial value of the coin was 5 Nuevos pesos, which was equivalent to a few US cents. The 1992 coin wasn't seen as anything extraordinary by most Mexicans or the global community. It was simply another addition to the country's currency system, practical, everyday money. However, as time went on, something unexpected happened. The coin became rare, valuable, and desirable among collectors. The journey of the 1992 Nuevos 5 peso coin from being an everyday piece of currency to becoming a collector's item is a story of rarity, historical significance, and, most importantly, the meticulous art of coin collecting. As with many coins, the factors that determined its collectability were not immediately apparent at first. What caused this coin to stand out in a sea of mint-produced pieces was its connection to Mexico's history, the design's intricate detail, and its unique minting process. As is often the case with coins, a handful of errors and misprints can turn a seemingly insignificant piece of currency into a collector's dream. In the case of the 1992 5 peso, there were several variations and limited releases that would later play a crucial role in boosting its value. The most significant of these variations were the proof coins and certain minting errors, which are incredibly rare and sought after by numismatists worldwide. These errors were typically caused by mistakes during the striking process, perhaps slight misalignments in the design or imperfections in the coin's material. It's these subtle differences that make certain coins extremely valuable, as collectors seek out the most unique and pristine examples. Another important factor that added to the coin's value was the growing international interest in Mexican numismatics. During the 1990s, there was a surge in the popularity of coin collecting, particularly coins with historical or cultural significance. The 1992 5 peso, with its beautiful design and deep connection to Mexican culture, quickly gained the attention of international collectors. The coin's rarity only increased as time went on. More and more collectors began seeking out the coin, but not many were able to find examples in pristine condition. This drove up the value of the coin, especially for those specimens that had been carefully preserved. As the years passed, the value of the 1992 5 peso coin steadily increased. While it was still a relatively inexpensive coin in the late 1990s and early 2000s, the rise in global demand for rare and culturally significant coins began to drive its price higher. By the time the coin entered the 2010s, its value had reached a level that caught the attention of both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts alike. But the true surprise came when certain coins began to fetch astronomical prices at auctions and private sales. In today's market, a flawless 1992 Mexico Nuevos 5 peso coin, especially one that is a proof coin or has a minting error, can command prices of up to $50,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was once worth just a few cents now has a value of $50,000. The exact price depends on the rarity of the coin, its condition, and the specific version, but the fact remains that these coins have become highly coveted collector's items. This incredible increase in value is a testament to the power of rarity, historical significance, and the passion of the global coin collecting community. What makes the 1992 Nuevos 5 peso coin so appealing to collectors is not just its potential for financial gain, but its deep cultural symbolism. For collectors, it's not just about the money. It's about owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to Mexico's past and its journey into the modern era. The coin represents the intersection of time, culture, and art. It's a reminder of the Aztec civilization's greatness, Mexico's resilience, and the dynamic changes that shaped the nation in the late 20th century. So, if you happen to have a 1992 Mexico Nuevos 5 peso coin lying around in your collection, or if you've stumbled upon one at a coin shop or auction, you might just want to take a closer look. Could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And for those who are just beginning their journey into the world of coin collecting, the 1992 5 peso is a perfect example of how a small piece of currency can become a treasure trove of history, culture, and financial value. So, the next time you come across a coin like this, remember, in the world of numismatics, sometimes the smallest pieces of currency hold the most extraordinary stories, and, of course, the most surprising values.